I have a video for you today where we're gonna do 2 chickens, one on the Weber Kettle and one on the Rec Tec Pellet Grill. And we're gonna compare how they come out. Obviously the Weber Kettle is a little more work as far as getting it ready to cook. And that's not really what the video is about. I know that the process as far as the kettle is a little more work, but I'm really just kind of comparing the flavor and directly comparing these chickens as far as the flavor, the moisture, and the overall end product of these chickens. So if you're interested in that, stick around. All right, so there's our 2 chickens. Both chickens are about 5.15 pounds. And what we're gonna do is we are gonna spatchcock these chickens. For a more detailed look on how to spatchcock them, I'll put a link to a video in the top right. I'm gonna cut this extra skin off. And with a real gentle push, same thing, real gentle push. Using our Cosmos original chicken injection today. And we're following the directions right off the bag. I'm using my Primila injector. I'll put a link to the review of that in the upper right. Awesome, awesome unit. I love this guy. Doesn't cost much money and does excellent, excellent results. The nozzle has 3 holes on it, so we don't have to worry about moving around as much. 1, 2, 3, and on the other side, 1, 2, 3. That's the rub we're going with today. Our bone sucking sauce. Got a little brown sugar, chili pepper, salt, sugar, paprika, garlic, onion, bell pepper, mustard flour, celery powder, citric acid, and natural flavorings. I like to tuck the wings under the breast. Trying to keep everything as similar as possible on these birds because I want to compare these results as best as possible. I want to see truly the actual difference in taste and moisture off the grills as accurately as possible. And that's it. We're gonna get both grills fired up to 250 degrees and keep them there. The Rec Tec's gonna have no problem staying there. The Weber, I'm gonna have to adjust the vents a little bit to make sure I'm staying right about 250. And and we'll get these on the grills in just a few minutes. We got it right around 250 degrees and just a hair high. That's pretty good. I think we'll go ahead and get the chicken on the grill. Go ahead and put him on there just like that. Trying to keep the breast away from the coals as much as possible. Now what I'll do is I'll flip them around about halfway through. Also going to keep my vent on the opposite side of the coals in the wood. That'll draw the smoke across the bird. Over on the Rec Tec, I've got it at 250 degrees. I have my chimney, I have my extreme smoke tube going, and I'm gonna put the bird right about the middle. Just like that. Water's in the water pan. As soon as this tube is fully caught, we're gonna smoke just like this for about 2 hours. And then I'll take some temps, find out where we are, and then I'll probably raise the temperatures, and I'll get back to you when we raise the temperatures to start crisping the skin up to finish up. We're about an hour in, and I know the temps aren't where we need them, but it's starting to get dark, so I just wanted to give you a look at where we are. I'm gonna go ahead and raise the temperatures to about 280 degrees or so, and just give you a peek at what they look like. You can see the smoker tube is doing its job. Not a whole lot of color yet, but it is starting to get a little smoke color on it. So, I mean, we still got another good hour and a half, 2 hours before I'm gonna look at bringing the temperatures up above 300. We're an hour into the cook. And you can see that one side is burning well. I'm burning about 280 degrees right now. And chicken has some decent color on it. About an hour in, I think the difference that I'm seeing is the Weber has some more color on its chicken than the Rec Tec, and I kind of expected that. When you're cooking with charcoal, you're gonna get that thicker, denser smoke. It's just the way it is, and it's accumulating faster, regardless of temperature. So that's what I'm noticing. We'll check back on it in about another 45 minutes or so. Can you guess which one's which? Weber, Rec Tec. The Weber puts out a much heavier smoke content. You're cooking with charcoal. And the pellet grill is definitely a milder smoke content. It's consistent though. So, I mean, if you cook a chicken 10 times, you can always bet the Rec Tec's gonna put out a chicken that looks like this. The Weber, it can be lighter, it can be darker. So it takes a little more work to get it to look like that. I'd say that's a pretty perfect looking chicken coming off the Weber though. So I think they both look great. Now what we're looking for is moisture and flavor. So let's cut into them and see what we have. So the Weber, look, we have some breast and some dark meat, and the Rec Tec, some breast, some dark meat. The Rec Tec cooked in about 3.5 hours. It cooked quicker than the Weber. The Weber took about 3 hours and 50 minutes. They both went up to both birds were exactly 168 degrees when they came off. You can visually see it's, I don't know if it's coming through on camera or not. But you can visually see the difference in moisture. The Rec Tec is much more moist. All right, so here's a piece of the Weber breast meat. It's good. It has a wonderful flavor to it. It's got that nice smoky charcoal flavor to it. I really like the flavor. When you first bite into it, you can immediately tell it's got some moisture, but it finishes a little bit dry. Let's try the Rec Tec chicken. Big difference. And the difference is there's not as much smoky flavor or that heavy, charcoal flavor, but the moisture is way up. The minute you bite into it, it's loaded with moisture and it finishes moist at the end. It's odd because that chicken cooked quicker. They both were at about the same temperature all the way through. The Rec Tec finished first, but that chicken is way more moist. Let's try some dark meat. I'm gonna try this leg right here. Ooh. Man, that's good. Woo. That is delicious. So that has the equivalent moisture of the Rec Tec breast meat. And that's because it's dark meat. But it still has that abundant, charcoal, deep, intense flavor. I really like that. That was delicious. This Rec Tec, it's just falling off the bone style chicken here. It is so moist, it's ridiculous. It's like we cooked it in, it's like I cooked it in a bag in the oven or something. It's just silly. So the dark meat was drier on the Rec Tec. I'm gonna give the dark meat is gonna go to the Weber. It's more moist, better flavor. Breast meat, the winner's gonna be the Rec Tec. Dark meat, the winner's gonna be the Weber. Overall, wow, that's a tough one. What do you think? You haven't tried. My wife doesn't eat dark meat, so all she's gonna be concerned about is the white meat. It's a tough call. But I think because the breast meat stayed so moist, I think you gotta go with the Rec Tec. However, that flavor is just amazing. I'm gonna call it a draw, to be honest with you. And really, it's just gonna be what you're after. Are you really going for the moisture, or are you going for the flavor for any given cook? I'm really glad I did this because, I've cooked on both of them before, but until you cook something side by side and compare them like this, you don't know exactly what it's gonna come out as, so. I really appreciate you sticking around to watch the whole video. Check out these other videos over here. You may very well be interested in those also. The inspiration behind the videos is your feedback. And the best way to give me your feedback is to hit the like button down below. Most importantly, hit the subscribe button down below. And you can also leave comments. I can't wait to see you next time.